You know, here on the channel, I talk a lot about setting up your studio, how to work in a way that's very fast and friction-free so you can get right to the music. So I figured let's get right to the music. This is gonna be a recreation of one of my favorite songs by Stone Temple Pilots. It's called Interstate Love Song. And then, you know, I think we'll have some episodes where we bring in some other producers and artists into the studio and we watch what they do in here, come in, what decisions they make, what music they're working on, how they're gonna capture it, how they're gonna produce it, learn some new stuff. And a big shout out to our video sponsor, Sweetwater. I'll put links to all the stuff we're using on the session down below. So this song has acoustic just in the intro, and it's literally just the chorus chords. And it's so satisfying to listen to. It's so soothing. It's such a beautiful intro section. It's almost like a little jam because they play the vocal lick on like a slide or something. So I'm gonna record some acoustic and I'm probably gonna do a full take down. My soul is so happy when there's a live drum kit, a bass, 2 overdriven electric guitars, and doubled acoustic over it. So I'm grabbing a different ride here, and I might listen to a couple different options. The ride feels like a pretty prominent part of this song. If you listen between the verses and the chorus, it's like the ride almost feels like the loudest thing. All right, so we're doing drums out in this room. As you can probably hear in my lav mic, it's a bit roomier sounding than the other room. I'll just show you, if you're curious, what we're doing on drums. This is a classic maple. I think it's a Fab 3 kit, 22 by 14, 13, 16. These are Zildjian K cluster crashes, 18 and 20. These sound great. The hi-hats are Sabian HHX complex mediums. They're 15. And I normally like this Constantinople from Zildjian, but because the ride on this song is so freaking pingy, this is like a smoother, washier ride sound. We're gonna switch to something a little harder sounding. Let's see how that sounds. Honestly, it still doesn't sound pingy enough. Let's see what else. Whatever that is feels right for this, which is cool because I don't even know what it is. The only other thing I'm thinking is I may swap this ride mic. Okie dokie, we're gonna do a little drum line check here. Let me hear kick. Nice. Snare. Oh yeah, do a beat on that with the ride. Okay, editor Andrew here. They may have noticed the difference between checking lines when Ike was hitting the drums and when it cut to me in the sound, the jarring difference in the sound. And I'll tell you that there's 2 mics that made that difference. They're the room mics, which in this case we were using 2 large diaphragm condensers on a stereo bar. The mics were Soyuz 1973s. If you're interested in the chain, the preamp are the API 3124s. And I have been using the Audioscape decomp compressor. Basically, fastest attack, fastest release, driving the input, duck in the output. The mics are recording through that compressor, and that's just, you bring those room mics up, that's the difference in the sound. And so the room, being out there in that living room, live room setup, makes a tremendous difference in the sound of the recording. And so, yeah, if you're interested in seeing like a breakdown on any of this, I've kind of covered this a million times on the channel, but you know, I'd be happy to do a specific thing on it. So let me know if there's any interest down in the comments.
Hey, how's it going? Going good? How you doing today?
This is Ike.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Ike's new to you, but he's been with me for almost a year now.
This feels really nice. Hey, Hercules. Hercules, right?
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
With me, I like. Enough low end on there?
Oh, yeah. More than I needed, actually.
I know. Yeah.
What's up?
Rafael is a bass player here in town, originally from.
Belo Horizonte, Brazil.
You always bring basses that I don't expect to see and I don't know much about. So if you would humor me and kind of explaining, like, what do you bring when you go into sessions?
Okay, so usually when I don't know exactly what's the vibe that the song's gonna be, I usually try to bring at least two basses that sound completely different. This is my main axe. It's a Sandberg California VM5. It's kind of a blend between a precision bass and a Music Man Stingray. It's like if both basses had a baby. Yeah. So this sounds pretty modern and it's really versatile. So this is what I usually bring to sessions the most, especially for this one, since I already knew what we were gonna do. Okay, I'm just gonna bring one bass, but usually I'll either bring this in like a jazz bass, which helps cover a lot of ground.
Let's hit it. I'm gonna stand like this. The acoustic's a little out of time with the drum, and it's kind of throwing me. All right.
A again, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on the end of verse 2. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My pedal board is pretty simple. I'm only going through an MXR bass synth here, which does like the synth bass thing really well. Let me just
crazy.
bypass these guys here, so you're hearing only this pedal. So it does the Greg Feeling Gangs thing really well, like the Thriller bass line. Going from that, I have my Dark Glass Anagram, which is, in my humble opinion, the best bass multi-effects unit out there.
Dark Glass Anagram.
Yes, it's a really versatile unit, and Dark Glass putting out some really sick updates for this thing almost on a monthly basis. Every month there's something new. It has like multiple categories, effect categories. It's got like amp and cabs with like your amp sims. It's got overdrive and distortion pedals, EQ, filter and dynamics, modulation and pitch, delays and reverbs, and utilities. You can pretty much do any bass tone ever with this, and because it's focused on bass, they've done a really good job at doing amp sims for every known bass amp ever, like your SVTs, your Oranges, all of that good stuff.
B15.
B15, yeah, they actually just released the B15 update last month, and I was really excited about that. Yeah, so because this is focused on bass, it's really versatile for us bass players because you can do a lot of good stuff with the HX stomp as well, but there's so much guitar-centric stuff in there that sometimes it can take you a little while to
turn it all off.
And like really find something that works better with bass. With this, it's pretty much like plug and play.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple presets here. I pretty much only use like 3 presets in here that do everything that I need as a session bass player. Go through a couple of these. So this would be my standard patch. It has like good old clean DI. I've got a phaser in here as well. An ambient patch. Good old octaver.
Wow.
Yeah, it shakes things. Fuzz. Envelope filter.
Yeah.
Fun stuff with the expression pedal. I have it set to 3 different modes. Usually I have this vibrato thing paired with my bass synth because it does that modulation wheel thing that you hear on synth bass. So when you pair that with the bass synth, it's like you're a synth bass player doing the
mod wheel.
The mod wheel, yeah. I also have some grittier stuff in here, another preset. For anything heavier.
Heck yeah.
And slightly dirty. Those are pretty much my main sounds.
Yeah.
Covers a lot of ground that you would need as a session bass player.
Thanks for coming and doing this. Where can people follow you or book you?
So my Instagram is Rafael Freitas Music, down somewhere in the video. And my website is also rafaelfreitasmusic.com.
Go follow Rafael. Get some bass on your songs. Let's just give us both a fresh one. I had an oopsie on one of those. Me too. Next song is going to be this one. It's fucking ready to go, dude. All right, now I'll share a little bit on what I did for the electric guitar here. It'll be short because there's not much going on. You saw basically my take of the Les Paul Mesa one of the rhythms. Essentially the only other thing I did was a double of that with a different guitar and a different amp. And then I punched an intro, the intro lick, which is the vocal melody. Now I will add a caveat here. I'm a drummer. I've played guitar for a lot of my life, so I can find my way around it, but I live in Nashville. I'm not like a session guy on guitar. I love playing guitar. I did because this was very impulsive and just kind of a fun exercise. And then the double, I used a Epiphone 355 semi-hollow body, and that was running to a, well, it's one of the studio versions of the Marshall Plexi. I tried to do it, you know, in the spirit of how this was probably done. Very simply, tone coming out of an amp into a microphone. I used the SM7 on the cabinet. The cabinet is a 1x12 with a Celestion Vintage 30. It's actually from Rev 1x12 cab. And yeah, that's it's pretty much, I believe it's the same tone the whole time. I didn't change anything. So what I want to do, I want to try recording this part in a different room, but we're going to use this microphone from AEA. This is their Nouveau N8. It's in the same position and everything, but I'm just going to use one channel of it. I am going to get a level on it, and I'm going to put a compressor on it. I've been using this V&E Hazel Rig compressor for about a month now. I've used it mostly on vocals, but I want to try it on acoustic. And so I'm going to patch that in and kind of get a level and a sound with this compressor so we can hear it and have it recorded on a handful of things. And then I'm probably going to basically keep the settings all the same and then just move into a different room and then record it in there. Now, I've actually practiced this song, believe it or not. This is a new thing I'm trying where I'll learn a song and then I'll practice it. And then when I go to record it, I can actually record more than just one section at a time. I was using the API preamp, but I might try something different just for fun to mix it up. So we'll see. I think the mic is on the control room panel. I think it's on 6.
6, all right.
Yep, lovely. This is the BAE 1073 MP, and there's no meter on it, so you just gotta look at your converter meter, I guess. So we'll test that out. So when I do this kind of thing, I'll just pop headphones on if I'm by myself. Find the position I want to be in with the mic. I'm going to put our compressor on bypass. Yeah, I don't know. Click this up a little bit. God, it sounds great already. This guitar is a Alvarez. It's a Dove copy, Gibson Dove copy from, I think, the 70s. I just changed my mind. I'm going to do it right here. This sounds so good. Let me pop this in and see what happens. I'm going to make our meter a little bigger. All right, now for vocals, I used this microphone, which is one of my favorite microphones. This is the Soyuz 17 FET. This is like the black copper version, or I don't even know what it's called, but it's so beautiful. It sounds amazing. It's really one of my favorite vocal mics, go-tos. Sang into that. That was hitting the API mic pre, and then it was patched into this new V&E compressor from Hazel Rig. This is something they sent to me a month and a half ago, and I have been using it on every session on vocals. It's like a tube compressor, and a valve tube compressor, and it's very transparent. And it's also, what I mean by transparent is like you can really crush the signal hard, and it doesn't sound crushed. It just sounds smooth and nice, and lots of gain on it. It's very simple to use. So anyway, that's the vocal chain. Use the Soyuz 17 FET. You know, there's 3 vocal tracks, a lead, and then I doubled the chorus, and then there's the harmony tracks. As far as singing goes, I am not a singer, obviously. Again, drummer. And singing is something that I've always wanted to do. I've always liked the idea of being able to sing. Obviously, as someone recording themselves, they're pretty much my entire life. It's always been something I wish I could do, and I wish I liked my voice. So, you know, part of me doing this is I just want to like sing on something, finish it, and put it out and move on from it, because I have so many songs that I've sang on and just not been totally happy with, and just have never finished, and they sit on a drive, and you know, I know some of you can probably relate to that, but you know, this one was like, felt like it was in my range, and you know, I could nitpick and probably comp for days if I wanted to, but just gonna let it be what it is. I love the song. I think it's fine. We'll move on, and hopefully after, you know, doing more of this, using my voice and singing, and putting it out there to hold me accountable, hopefully there will be some rate of improvement. You know, if not, then just is what it is. But I can already tell there's been some improvement. We've been working on another project where I did vocals on that, and that's will be coming out in the next couple of months. I'm really excited to share that here on the channel. So that's how I did the vocals.
Good job, Mike. Good job, you.
Last thing, if you made it this far and you're interested, the mix that you just heard, by the way, is truly just what we record. I really didn't even mix this thing. I balanced some faders. There's some EQs on there. There's some nice mix bus, but there's like a slap delay and a reverb. I didn't do any work on the mix. Now the work I did do was just experimenting, printing that mix to my summing mixer, and then doing some comparisons with the summing mixer at 0 dB versus 6 dB, and then taking one of those, the 0 dB version, and printing that to tape. This guy right behind you, right behind me, I should say. And that's what you just heard, was the tape print of the mix. Thinking about at some point just like putting these out and just putting them under some, silly band name and just a bunch of covers for fun. Since the whole concept is studio time, one of the things I haven't been great at is literally finishing and releasing the things that I make. I make these things sort of in the dark for myself, and it's kind of the perfect opportunity to showcase session work, because you might not know, the reason you don't see a lot of footage or videos from inside the session is because it's unreleased music. A lot of times you just can't show footage from sessions with unreleased music. Number one. Number two is generally when you're engineering or producing or working on the session, like, you're working. It's pretty hard to make a video while you're working, unless the intention is to make a video of you working. So anyway, I thought this would be a great way to share some of the fun that we can have on the sessions here and actually finish a thing and release it. So I printed this to tape. That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to mess with it. It's not perfect. There's some flubs in there. There's no click. It's kind of awesome. We just blasted through it. It's way too much of me on this track, but I'm a cheap musician. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks to Sweetwater for sponsoring. We'll see you in the next one.